Yo, what's going on, YouTube? So, gonna talk about toys real quick. Welcome back. Thank for. I'd like to thank everybody for they post on my Dragon Ball, especially somebody making fun. It was like at the 1 minute mark when I was like, I'm allergic to my own bullshit. I appreciate y'all. But back to toys and figures. So, I've got to say I'm in on Missing Link now. Transformers started my collection. So here's what's crazy. I grew up buying Transformers, but I didn't really watch Transformers. Like the only thing I can remember actually watching on the regular was Ninja Turtles, Thundercats. If you remember the Mario Brothers Super Show, and they would never show Zelda. I used to get pissed, but anyway, that basically I would see Transformers, like I'd see it or had a VHS, but I never really watched it like that. Like, I mean, I watched it, but dude, like when it came to like Thundercats and Turtles, I watched that. So anyway, but the toys, yes, I was there for. Oh, and I'm not just gonna say the age old. Well, it turned into one vehicle, and then no, dude, I didn't care. They just were badass, like dude. And here's another thing, and this is crazy. We all know the original. I never really had the originals. Like I said, as far back as I can remember, from Power Master Optimus Prime on up is what I got. But those Takar, man, those Micro Masters and those fucking Diaclone and all that stuff, man, bro. Like Japan was on their ingenuities. Whew, they still are. I remember, so my father retired from the Marines, at least retired from the Marines as his first career. But anyway, so I remember when I was young, there's two toys I remember specifically him sending me. And as I think back as an adult now, I'm like, so one was, and he was in Japan when he sent me this one. I know it was a Macross, a Robotech type of, it wasn't Jetfire, but it had that look. Because I remember I loved how the feet were. Like, even as a kid who had to have been like 6, based on where I was living, like, I just remember the feet and like, oh my God, like that thing was badass. And the original Millennium Falcon, still kicking myself. I don't even know what happened to that, but I mean, it was a toy. I'm a kid. That's why I also say, we say collectibles. Listen, some of the most priceless things were actual toys. They were made to be toys. They were never meant to be a fucking collectible. They were a toy. I wish I could insert Woody here, but you get his reference. Anyway, so Transformers is one of those toys, that and Ninja Turtles, that I had the most of. Didn't even know what the fuck they were. I was just like, let me get that one. Let me get that one. Just, you know what I mean? Anyway, so they haven't announced officially, but there's photos and shit of Ultra Magnus. He has never been close to my favorite. Some people who view me, including my little cousin, he's like, he only likes him because of like, we kind of dick around and stuff, like that motherfucker like Optimus Prime. Hell yeah, Ultra Magnus. So I'm like, okay, I feel you. I still, to this day, my favorite Transformer toy is that Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus. Get that shit. It is back up on, dude. I damn near thought about getting a second one. Like, I've gotten some Transformers that have blown my mind, but when it came to Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus Studio Series, bro, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Ultra Magnus blew him out of the water. I'm trying to overemphasize how much I love that figure. But anyway, so another thing that I think most of us do, and if not, then I'll be a lonely island. I've mentioned how I pre-ordered that mask, the mask collection on my Big Bad Toy Stores. That Joker came out to, was like $330, something like that. For some shit I didn't even watch. Nor, it's cool though. The opening is pretty badass, I won't lie. It's a cool show. Really good opening. Like, I'm like, that's in my playlist now. As an adult, when the buzz started talking, I was like, let me look at, okay, that opening is hard. Okay, yo, my era had some of the best openings. I'm sorry, we just did. Now there's not even openings to cartoons. They just show. Or action cartoons. Like, I'm thinking mostly Marvel, so I redact that statement. Anyway, when I calculate, dude, for the price of those mask figures, this is where I'm just like, wait a minute. Dude, I could get my Missing Link Optimus Prime with trailer. I could get my Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper. Or I could get Optimus Prime. I can get, no, because I wouldn't even get the white one. I can get Optimus Prime because I calculated Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee and fucking Sunstreaker. It would cost a little bit more, but those four would 1,000% be more worth it to me than that mask. So that's why I'm just like, I'm not really saying like the price for dollar, like, well, this got more plastic, this got less plastic, because as I was just looking at loose collectors, because they doing a young blood, phenomenal looking figures, by the way, and I've often seen other YouTubers, but it really wasn't my bag. Going through and looking at some of the loose collectors, if y'all don't know who that is, go check them out. I look on Big Bad Toy Store, like they do like young blood, bunch of like risque female figures and stuff like that. Of all the female figures, because they do look cool, but then I started looking, a lot of them, because they got like dragon wings and demon wings and shit, they possess the same problem in a smaller dosage as the gargoyle NECA. Like, I was looking like, damn, they don't have like wings that like are folded in, you know. I wouldn't know what it's called, but retracted. But they did, like, they do look good. They look fucking good, but not for damn near $100. Not for me. Like, that's kind of like pulling teeth for me. I know some people like, man, you want quality? You won't know. It's just what's not for me. I'm not dogging it whatsoever. I'm not saying it's not worth $100 to someone else. It's not worth $100 to me. But of all the figures I would probably pull the trigger on, and this is not going to be, no one is probably going to guess this. There was this female chick, and she like had golden armor on and golden like wings. I was like, yo, what's the Leonardo DiCaprio? That looked good. It's like, it has nothing to do with anything I collect, but it just spoke to me. Which, pause real quick. That's another reason why I started following Uncle Tim, because he was like, it spoke to you. Like, he used to talk so positive, like, but anyway. So, that speaks to me. Like, I'm glad the Masterverse, He-Man, and Battle Cat spoke to me when they used to be on display. You know, back when them bitches were just populating the shelves, and now it's like 3 peg warmers. But yo, no, they couldn't move that shit for nothing. And I was like, let me go. Dude, fucking loved it from that day forward. Now here I am 3 years later with like everything except for getting that snake layer. Also, to include like that snake layer, I'm still like, I hope I don't get FOMO. Y'all keep me moving forward. But Missing Link, I'm down for Missing Link. I am going to go ahead and grab that, but I will be picky and choosy. Like, I'll definitely get, like, I'm not going to get the offshoots and stuff like that. So, basically, I'm going to pre-order that, what's her name? RC. And I want to find, like, a special, they should be, like, at the top of my Transformer shelf. So, when I move, I'm going to dedicate, like, my, like, glass cabinets and stuff. The 3 main collections that will be, like, predominant with like pretty much nothing put away. If I need to put it away, I need to sell it. That's like how I'm moving forward, because like they are going to occupy the shelves. It's going to go in order of precedence. I can't decide, so it's Ninja Turtles and Transformers. Thank goodness Transformers only has figures and not a bunch of like playhouses and stuff, but boom. Then Thundercats. Then my G.I. Joe. Then my Masters of the Universe. I have shelves for like stuff like my Nacelle, Biker Mice, and, you know, kind of one-off collections that I have that are, you know, like my NECA figures, like my NECA Dungeons and Dragons. Like, and I like having like things. This might be something I might want to do if y'all don't do this. Like, you can't see it because it's behind. But for instance, I know like this is not a great example, but you see that picture right there? Like stuff like that. Like, I have a lot more. There's more than meets the eye. Like, I was looking at the 14th Prime. I believe that's his name. Like, I like watching his videos. Like, I would always see, I would always see his videos, but then when I actually paid attention to his name, I'm like, oh shit, like, we converse. Oh my goodness. But anyway, like, them or like Lyle's Figure Files. I like his setup. Like, I like the photos, and then like just different, like, I think I said paraphernalia earlier because I'm just being funny. Nothing drug related. Oh man, I'm gonna get like whatever YouTube. But like just different little things to like bring out that collection. Like when I actually used to use my computer and my collection like was almost non-existent. I just had a G.I. Joe wall. I used to have a G.I. Joe screensaver on my desktop, just to kind of bring it out. Things like that. Like I like, so if you just have like toys galore, my advice, hit up Hobby Lobby. Man, I'm gonna miss Hobby Lobby. There's not one in Key West. Oh my God. If you've not been to Hobby Lobby, I'm sorry. If you've been to Hobby Lobby, you know. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into the missing link. But also I was looking at various videos and oh shit. I was looking at various videos and I see that McFarlane dropped like a Batmobile. Like, I'm not like no interest whatsoever, and I just got to like, dude, like, this is one where I will say, what? And the reason why I'm like, what? His bat, like, it's the new 52. No, it's the Rebirth. Is it new 52? Yeah, I think it's the Rebirth. It's one of those Batmobiles. I always get those two mixed up because I jumped into comics not knowing that everything that I've been watching was actually new 52. Like, it was just jumbled up. But the point is, that Batmobile with like the face on it. Dude, had he done, if y'all remember, there was an episode of Batman the Animated Series. I don't know. I wish I could recall like things that are useful in life other than stuff like this, but there it lies, where the Penguin was trying to get the blueprints to his Batmobile, and it was going through, I believe that was Lucius. I don't think it was, but it might have been Lucius. It was his mechanic. It was the mechanic. I think that's the name of the episode. Anyway, it showed him like roll up in the old, like, he had like looked like a Studebaker or some shit like that, but it had like the bat face in front of it. Yo, I would buy the hell out. Dude, like, we've seen so much like upgraded Batman that I would really invest in old noir looking shit. Like, I'm not even joking. Like Spider Noir, like, I fucking love that figure. I almost bought the Mafex. Luckily, I was able to get it Marvel Legends, but sometimes like the Kingdom Come Superman, I love that. So some vintage looking shit I like. So if he had to drop that, dude, I would have bought that all day. Of course, there's no remolding. But his more popular Batmobiles that are more recognized cost less, but this POS costs more, and I'm only calling it POS because you don't know, man. You can't show. I mean, you can show that to somebody like, yeah, that's the Batmobile. From where? I don't know. The other ones like that he actually made it made. I'm not thinking about budgets or nothing. I'm just speaking my piece. Light up. I would have said like the ones that lit up were the DC Direct, even though those were, but he dropped a couple of them that lights up. The Batman and Robin, the Batman Forever, the Batman Beyond. So I'm not sure why some do and some don't. It just, I guess. But I can tell you right now, one of the two most recognizable Batmobiles to this date cost less than this non-known, unknown, like, what? So you telling me I got some Jordans for less money than some Buddies? Who remember Buddies? I don't think nobody like really young knows what Buddies are unless they just had, you know, silly parents like I would be like, oh, you got them Buddies. I remember my cousin teasing me, and it was a song like this. Buddies, they make your feet feel fine. Buddies, they cost $1.99. They were basically like off-brand shoes from Payless. Oh my goodness. Not the Buddies. But anyway, that's like saying Jordans are cheaper than Buddies. But nah, I'm not into that. I do like that Batman. Not the one that he's releasing right now with the cloth cape. I'm just like, yeah. I picked up that Batman because I just, like, I almost didn't because I'm like, he looked like he's doing too much. But I like that black and purple cape. That is like, black and purple is the reason why purple is my favorite color. And if you don't know, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little story. When I was like young, I used to have like these tube socks and they had like a black ring and a purple ring. And I just remember like, you know, when you kids, what's your favorite color? You got the Crayolas. And honestly, I always liked going against the grain, but I always liked how that looked. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, purple. Because that really did look good. And then sure enough, like I remember when I was in the 3rd grade, I went to Adams Elementary and Bunker Hill was our damn rival school. I know, elementary, right? But ours was purple and gold. Oh, we even had a school song. Damn. Do people have school songs still? Man, look at I'm going to get old. I'm getting old. You can tell because I get off topic. I'm like, when I was in high school. But anyway, yes, but no, I will not be getting that Batmobile. That took no brain power whatsoever. I also have no interest in that Moss Man. I'm like, does it look good from Mattel? Yes. The Moss Man I got 4 years ago, that's probably like $3 now. That will suffice. I'm not, dude. I'm not doing it tonight. But if I didn't have a Moss Man, I would probably get that one. So people were like talking, is he gonna sell out? It was hyping the fuck out of that. I have not even checked because I just don't give a. Don't forget to like my shit, comment, subscribe. Hope you like the video. Ooh, yeah.